Yeah, I really love the glaze on these. And,
Yeah, this is my new Delfts Blauw series, and I haven't made up my mind completely, but basically the idea is you're going to buy a whole set, just like you would if you were buying Delfts Blauw China. So a lot of people collect this as a wedding present, or it's a traditional thing in the Dutch homes, and so basically the idea is that you're going to buy a complete set.
Yeah.
And the whole tiki thing about Delfts Blauw is that it originated in China, and the Dutch, through Indonesia, basically the Dutch East Indies trading company, they were bringing in the 1600s all this really cool china from China. And then all of a sudden one day the new emperor goes, no more trade. So they're like, what are we going to do? So they just said, screw it, we'll make it ourselves. So now it's a Dutch tradition instead of a Chinese tradition. And then from there it moved to England and all around kind of Europe. So it really is a Chinese thing, but it's known as a Dutch Delfts Blauw. Delfts is a name of a company that actually produced it back in like the 1600s or 1700s. Yeah, so
that happens to be my favorite, the Tiki King.
Yeah, this is Tiki number 3, Tiki King. And the best thing about this glaze is, with my stuff, you can't glaze it heavily because it's all about the detail.
Right.
And this is almost as close to black and white as you're going to get. So you're going to see every little nuance of the sculpture. So.
And you do a lot of that by hand, right?
Yeah,
you come
actually.
in and add detail.
Well, what happens is along this seam line, all this detail disappears. So each mug, and it's usually me, unless there's a big addition, but I have to go through and actually detail all the seam line. So all this detail in here, there's a seam that runs right down the center, and you can't really see it because I sit there and re-sculpt each one.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the difference between what I'm doing and what a lot of other companies